welcome back to my channel. Today I am here to explain the summary of the play Dr. Faustus. It is the second play written by Christopher Marlowe. The full title of the play is The Tragic History of Dr. Faustus. As the name states, Dr. Faustus. It is a play which revolves around him only. Dr. Faustus is a very, very renowned person. There are 5 acts in this play, and in the very beginning there is a chorus. Chorus enters, and chorus basically describes the birth of Dr. Faustus, where he was born. He was born in Germany, in town Gotz. And he was brought up in a very normal family. Basically, he was brought up by the relatives. Then he went for higher studies. He gained doctorate in theology. He gained the degree of doctorate in theology at a very young age. He excelled in different subjects. Now the chorus in the very beginning hints that Dr. Faustus was not happy. Yeah, we can say he was very desirous about his future, or whether he wants to become very famous and renowned in the world. So he adopted some foul means, and the chorus compares Dr. Faustus to Eurycles. Eurycles was a person in mythology who is having wings of vex, and he tried to fly towards sun. Because of heat, his wings melt, and he basically at last fell in the sea. This is what the chorus hints, that Dr. Faustus, because of his yearnings, because of his desires, will actually fall in the last. Now, when the Act 1 starts, Dr. Faustus is contemplating that which profession or which study I should take up. Because I have excelled in theology, now what should I do? Should I continue with theology, or should I switch on? Because theology, he thinks that I should start with theology, because I should read the works of Aristotle, because Aristotle's works are of logics, and he thinks that the argument, the main thing which theology helps is to argue well. You can give logics properly. Then he thinks that shall I study medicine? Medicine, he thinks that where a philosopher stops, then a physician, from where a philosopher stops, a physician starts. He thinks that I can cure people, or I can become very famous with that. But then he thinks that I'm already that. I've achieved that. So he rejects medicine, that I cannot cure people who are dead. I cannot make them come to life again. Then he thinks that he should study law. He contemplates that whether I should learn law, I should study law. Then he thinks that law is also for the people who want wealth. But he doesn't want wealth. He wants name, fame, and extraordinary powers he wants. Now he thinks that yes, one thing which is there which can help me is necromancy. Necromancy. What is necromancy? Necromancy is the study of black magic. It's a study of black magic. He says that I'm quite attracted towards necromancy, because I can become some kind of god, half deity, we can say deity. He can become deity through powers, because black magic provides you some powers. So he thinks that I want to adopt necromancy. I want to study necromancy deeply. And he, meanwhile, in Act 1 what happens, his servant enters, Wagner. His name is Wagner. He enters. He says, call my friend Coriolanus and Wales, because they are the 2 persons who know black magic tricks. So they are called, they come, they dine together, they discuss that how black magic can be learned, how black spirits can be called, and in night, in graveyard, in grace, he called the spirit of Mephistopheles through black magic. He calls Mephistopheles, he renounces God, God and divinity, and therefore Mephistopheles comes. As he comes, he says, "Oh, because I have called you, you have come." But Mephistopheles clears that whoever denounces God and speaks against God, there I am always there. Means I come towards that person. That's why I have come to you. Now Dr. Faustus explains everything, that he wants to become a very renowned, famous person. He wants to acquire the full knowledge of black magic, and for it he is ready to sell his soul. Now Mephistopheles says, "Okay, you can." He asks, Dr. Foster asks many questions, that what is hell, how can you come out of hell. He explains that I'm still in the hell, I'm not anywhere out of that hell, and it is always I'm always surrounded by hell. He explains, he says, please explain me how you have reached that hell, where it is, this place is actually. So all these things are, and Mephistopheles answers all these questions. Dr. Foster says that I am very much sure that I want to sell my soul and I want to learn the tricks. So he says that yes, you just go to your supreme power, means Lucifer is the main agent of hell. He is the second agent, or third representative is this Beelzebub. You just go to him, go to your master and explain that this is Dr. Foster, there is one Dr. Faustus, he wants to sell his soul and learn black magic, and please convey all these things, and whatever he says, then come to me. Now Mephistopheles says, okay, it's fine, I'll go, and he goes to Lucifer, he tells everything. It's not presented, but after acts, there are some acts, some scenes which are not so important. Now finally in Act 2 what happens, the bond is signed, Lucifer comes, he says that okay, Mephistopheles tells that okay, but before that you have to sign a bond, proper bond with a blood, that you are selling the soul for 24 years, you will live and you can enjoy everything, whatever you want. Then Dr. Faustus signs a bond for 24 years. He says that my soul will be taken, I will be eternally damned, and but before 24 years, Mephistopheles will be my servant. He will be the representative. He will help me in everything. He will teach me. He will whatever orders I give, he will complete it, fulfill it, and this is how the bond is signed. And when bond is signed, there is a conversation, there is a sign, you can say there is a sign that when he cuts his wrist to write the letter with that bond with the blood, then his blood congeals, means it clots. That was the proper sign that God is saying, please don't sign it, but he doesn't understands that sign, and he just signs it. Mephistopheles burns a fire and it melts, and he finally writes it. Before that, it was like there was an appearance of good angel and bad angel. Good angel and bad angel, or evil angel, you can say. They always tried very hard so that they can make Dr. Faustus convinced that don't go. Good angel always said, please, it is a very sinful act, you will always be damned, it is not a good path, please don't follow it. Bad angel said, you can become just as Job is in the sky, you can become God by professing all these things, by learning all these things. There is a conversation, and they always appear again and again, so that they can convince. They means good angel can convince Dr. Faustus, but he rejects the request, you can say request of good angel. Finally, he signs the bond and he enjoys whatever he wanted to. He asks, first of all, he asks that where is hell. He explains where is hell and why, how did you reach there. Then he explains that Lucifer was first an angel, but he went against God, and because of that God punished him and he was sent to eternal hell. And there they suffer from pains and tortures. Everything was clearly told to Dr. Faustus, but he was so blind that he was not able to understand that. He thought it is a fiction, but he says to Mephistopheles that hell is a fiction for me. It doesn't exist for me. And but there was a sense of guilt in him. It is seen many times that he seems to be guilty about what he has done. Later on, he repents that I have sold my soul. I shouldn't have done. I should repent. And in that, when he thinks about that, I should repent. I should say sorry to God. Then Lucifer makes his appearance and he tries to convince him. He basically reminds him that you have signed a bond with me. And then there the performance of 7 deadly sins come. 7 deadly sins. 7 deadly sins are pride. It gives its performance and tells everything about it. What is pride, how I work and whatever it is. Then is greed or covetousness, anger or wrath, jealousy or envy, gluttony means who eat very much, and laziness and lechery. These are 7 deadly sins who give performance, and this was basically done to somewhat make Dr. Faustus some peace, give him some peace and happiness. This performance was done for this purpose only. Now he was okay, he was fine. He just started visiting places. Before signing bond, he used to think that when I will have black magic, black powers, then I'll do good things. Means I'll go to India, I'll collect gold, and I'll go deep into oceans and I'll see pearls and I'll collect pearls. I'll fight, I'll have a huge army, I'll fight against that. I'll turn the course of Rhine River and it will flow through Wittenberg. These were all the things which he used to think before having that magic, before having that black magic powers. But when he had that black magic powers, he started to do just petty things, mundane things, like he visits Pope first, then he visits Charles V. There Charles V says, please, I just want to see Alexander Pope, the great Alexander Pope and his wife. I want to see them because I have heard so much about their bravery and so much about them, and I am so unfortunate that I am not able to see through his powers. He just makes the appearance of that Alexander Pope and his wife. Now in between there was a Charles V kingdom, there was a knight who just made fun of this Dr. Faustus, and he put 2 horns on that knight just to show that how powerful he was, how powerful magician he was. Then there is an invitation from Duke of Wenhort. He invites him. Means Dr. Faustus became so renowned in the world that different kings, dukes, or big persons used to call him, invite him to the kingdoms. Now Duke of Wenhort invited him, and he said, my wife wanted to eat grapes. Means it is a winter time and grapes are not available in winters, but as you are a great magician, it is possible for you to bring grapes. So can you bring? Then he says, he commands Mephistopheles that yes, go and fetch grapes for her. And finally they show that grapes to that Duchess. She was very happy. She says, how can this be possible? She asks, he tells that Earth is having 2 hemispheres. At one time there is summers in one hemisphere, and other time there is summers in other half and winters. Like this, he explains everything. and they were very much happy. They they awarded him with heavy prizes or gifts, you can say. Then there is a shift of the scene, and in Act 5, 24 years are about to be completed. Before that, when they left the Duke Palace, they meet a horseman basically, who wanted to buy the horse of this Dr. Faustus. He said, you can take my horse anywhere where you want to, but you don't have to take my horse to in the water, in the middle of the water. If you will take it, then it will melt or it will vanish, whatever he says. And the deal is locked in $40, and the horse is sold. Now, whatever the thing which Dr. Faustus said, you don't have to take him to water, near water. He takes that horse to the water, and he melts away, he vanishes, and he cries. He comes there near to Mephistopheles, crying that my horse is lost, and I am destroyed. I'm financially bankrupt, you can say. Then he says, please, I want to meet Dr. Faustus. He says, yeah, Dr. Faustus is sleeping after 8 days, after 8 nights. You don't have to disturb him, but he's very adamant. I want to meet him. Basically, he allows him, and when he enters, he just pulls the leg of Dr. Faustus, and it is pulled, actually pulled, and he was like, oh my god, मैंने उसकी टांग तोड़ दी, ऐसा इस type का the reaction was that, and he was very much afraid, and he went away. Means these petty things he was doing in his life. In Act 5, when the act shifts and the 24 years are about to complete, his intention that 25 years are going to be complete and my soul will be eternally damned. And there is a meeting in scene 2, I think, that scholars, his friends, are dining together, and they are saying that Helen is the most beautiful lady on earth. So we just want to see Helen, and there is appearance of Helen walking and then going. Then after that, the scene ends, and he was very depressed. I'm going to be damned forever. Then he says that I want Helen. She was the most beautiful lady. I want Helen as my mistress, for whom there was a long fight to Troy. Mephistopheles says, okay, fine. So he makes Helen's appearance and he kisses her. Every world is there in your kiss, and all these things happen. Lastly, the final day, the day judgment comes. Before that, there is appearance of old men. Old man is basically that person, or we can say disguise. God is in disguise of that old person. He says that yes, you can repent till now also. If you repent, then God will surely and surely save you from eternal damnation. But he says that I'm not able to pray. I'm not able to pray to God. I'm not able to repent. And when only 1 hour was left, there was such a worse condition, you can say, mental trauma is presented. Dr. Faustus was crying, please help me, God, please help me. I just don't want to be damned forever. Please save me. Stop that night horses. Stop, please. He requests the nature stop ho jaye. That this 1 hour becomes 1 month, 1 year, or even a 1 day, so that I can repent. He just wants everything to be stopped, so that this clock doesn't strike to 12. The picture, the way Christopher Marlowe has presented that trauma is, you can say, it's out of the world. It's so amazing. When you read that Act 5, it's amazing. And finally, Lucifer comes, and Dr. Faustus is damned forever. And in the end, Horus appears, and they explain that the tree which should have been very blissful, which should have grown, which should have flourished, has been eternally damned forever, just because of his desires. One should not desire that much. And this is how the play ends. Now I have explained the summary of this play, Dr. Faustus, the tragic history of Dr. Faustus. Now I just want to tell you that it's a very easy play and you can have very beautiful quotations, and I'm thinking that I should prepare a second part of this Dr. Faustus play only, where I can explain some of the beautiful quotations. I can give you beautiful quotations so that you can write that quotations, use that quotations in your exam. That will be helpful, and I hope you all, the story is clear to you, the whole play is clear to you, my video is helpful to you all. Thank you so much.